what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? We just letting the beat build. We gonna chill for a minute. I got a lesson, I'ma hop right in it. And I already been paid, so I ain't really talking about cash apps a lot today. But you can send a little something, I ain't fronting. We talk about how it's been normalized to be abused by a mother. And we gonna keep this real calm, cause it's a sensitive situation. We ain't gonna do no cursing and no cussing and crying. We just gonna be trying to deliver a message, deliver a lesson. Hope it's kind of bring you a blessing. We got to heal, but healing ain't something we can do. We got to cope, cause life can't never be new. Healing means that thing to stop and it don't hurt no more. Coping mean it can hurt any day, but you still got to go on and keep going. Like the same way I keep flowing. You got to figure out some strategies to get your mind right. At 9 a.m. I do a class, that's right. What we talking about today, Jay? My man King Randall, he wanted me to speak on something that a post I made on Facebook. Y'all can share this. Maternal abuse has been normalized and it's actually glorified. What do you mean, Javon? Maternal abuse has been normalized and actually it has been glorified. That's the thing that we don't understand. Maternal abuse has been normalized and glorified. We expect a black mother to yell. We expect a black mother to curse. Now, I don't want to hear anything about other races because I don't care about other races. I love other people, but I don't care about other races. I'm talking about us. Now, the question that I have first is, we didn't even know what verbal abuse was as a child. No teachers, no guidance counselors, no anybody told us, you know, verbal abuse is a real thing. We just thought getting extremely bad whoopings was us being abused. We didn't understand financial abuse. If you don't do this, you ain't gonna get this. We didn't understand any of these type of abuses, but physical abuse as children. Correct. When you was a child, did you know you were being verbally abused, or did you know what verbal abuse was as a child? My friends that would cry when their parents yelled at him, I would say they soft. Because those parents were loving and caring parents, loving and caring fathers, loving and caring mothers. So when she said, get your behind in here, get your behind in here, you better put that basketball up, get your behind in here and do these chores. He would be so sad and embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what are you crying for? He didn't even get hit. And we used to laugh. Kids in the neighborhood used to laugh because we didn't understand that this kid, the yelling and the get your behind in here, to him, that made him feel bad. But we do know this, and I do know this as a child. I would rather get a beating, a straight up beating, than my mama to talk to me a certain way, or my grandmothers or my aunts, or just people in your family. I would rather get a beating. As a child, I looked at it like, we're going to do this, a beating, it only lasts a few minutes, that's it. But when you do something and everybody gets told, boy, that boy did something the other day, you should have seen him. Now you got your uncle messing with you. Boy, you pulled your ding-a-ling out on the school bus. You a little Pee Wee Herman. Boy, the whole family know, the whole family know, the whole family know. But we also know that our elders are the best at keeping secrets, only except when it's their children. Our elders don't have no problem putting their children out there. If they see the child out there playing with his ding-a-ling, or the child out there doing something gay, or a child out there trying to smoke, oh, they'll put that out. They don't never mention anything they ever done wrong. So my thing is, not only has maternal abuse been normalized, it's actually celebrated. When we see a child get yelled at and fussed at, we be like, yeah, get their ass in line. We didn't understand as children, you little ugly da-da-da, whatever. Like I said, we ain't doing a lot of cussing. We just talking. That verbal abuse, that mental abuse, that physical abuse has been normalized in our mothers. And it passed down. And what it does, it creates dysfunction because it sends us into the school system. And the only way we know how to deal with conflict is to argue, cuss, or do what our mothers do. So when I got to school, when they say, hey, share the blocks, I'm like, I don't want to share. I'm cussing, I'm arguing, I'm fighting. That's all I know. I don't know how to communicate. I know how to be angry. Now, question for the 58 people on here, because we're doing this live and we want to make it educational. We don't want to ruffle any feathers. You know what I'm saying? Who did you learn anger, bitterness, lying, discontent? Who did you just learn meanness from? Before you ever went to school, before you ever started watching TV, who did you learn meanness from? It's just that simple. Who did you learn meanness, evil? Who cursed at you first? You know what I'm saying? Who put you down first? Who made you feel bad first? And do we see men, what up, Jarrell? Do we see men yelling at kids? See, what women don't understand is they are frustrated, and we understand their frustration. We understand their frustration, so we allow them that rope. We allow women that rope, mothers that rope. She's by herself. She's doing it all. So we understand her frustration. But her frustration should be with her baby father or herself. She should be extra loving and extra nurturing to the kids because it's things that the kids have to face that she don't have to face. I told her mother, I said, you don't have to go to the school in that bad neighborhood that you live in. You give your kid the food stamp card to walk to the store. You don't go outside and play in that gun-infested, drug-infested neighborhood. You're allowing your children to go up in dysfunction. Therefore, you should be extra loving, caring, and nurturing. But no, we don't understand that the presence of a mother should always outweigh the absence of a father. The presence of a mother should outweigh the absence of a father. There's nothing a man has to do with you being mean to your children and yelling and cursing at your children. A man has nothing to do with you not knowing how to love. I think the reason we act this way to children is because we have unplanned, unwanted children. We have children to keep men. Men make babies just to keep the woman in their life. And then we don't understand that these children have to grow up and live. These children are dysfunctional adults. These children behave like women. These children are going to make children. These children have heard their mother say, daddy ain't no good. I don't need a man. And these children don't understand life. When we kids, we think everybody just as poor as us. When we kids, we all live in the same neighborhood. We think everybody living the same. Maybe a kid, daddy might die and he get a social security check. But we don't know. We don't know we're being abused. We don't know we're being physically and mentally abused. We just know what they're saying hurts us the most. So we learn how to, if I can't fight you, to say the thing that cuts you the most. And we do it in our relationships. We do it in our relationships with each other. We don't know that. We don't know when a mother says, I don't need a man. We think, okay, she didn't need a man. She raised me. We don't look at it like we grew up in dysfunction. Our life was messed up. I see it with middle class people, high class people. The mother has been given a pass to be mean, Happy wife, happy life. The mother has been given a pass to be mean, and it really, really, really affects the children. See, a mother and a little girl should be able to get along just because it's a little girl. It seems like the mothers and the little girls have the hardest time to get along, and it seems like the mothers get along with the boys and baby the boys. Why is that? Why is it that we don't understand that we must address our first issues of trauma? Why is it that we want to address everything other than the thing, the person that chose to have us as a child? Our mother chose for us to be coming into this world. We don't understand that our mothers have been given a pass to hit, to yell, to curse, to be angry for no reason. Our mothers have been given a pass to change their mind, to make mistakes and not apologize to the children. I'll never forget, there was an example, and people think I'm personalizing this stuff. I was a school teacher, so I see this stuff. But this is a personal example. I remember we were on a field trip, Northside Elementary School, and me and my friend Wendell Hargrove, we were rambunctious, active little boys. We bought the same height, same haircut, and everybody had on red shorts and a red shirt. And Wendell's mother had told him, you better stop playing, you better stop. Next time I catch you running through here, I'm going to tighten up on you. So I happened to run through there, and she thought I was her son. And she slapped the taste out of my mouth. She slapped the taste out of my mouth. And when she slapped me, the other mother's kind of like, yeah, you told him. And then I stood up. I said, why you hit me? She said, oh, my Lord, that ain't even my son. My mama said, that's all right. He probably deserved one for been running around here acting a fool all day. And then the other mothers laughed like, yeah, ha, ha, ha. It wouldn't care if it was mine either. Now, let me set this story up for you guys again so you can understand what I mean. Our mother's maternal abuse is normalized and actually encouraged. We are all at a field day event. Me and Wendell got on the same red shirt, red shorts. His mother told him, sit down. If I catch you running through here again, I'm going to slap the taste out your mouth. All the women laughed. Yeah. We was poor, black school. All the no white people were there. Nobody said, you're going to smack him for running at field day? She just didn't like the fact that he ran past her. Next time you run through here, I'm going to slap the taste out your mouth. The mama's dapped up. Yeah, slap the taste out of his mouth. Then I happened to run through. She thought I was her son. She slapped the taste out of my mouth. I fell on the ground. She said, I told you I was going to get you. And then the other mama said, ha. They dapped up. And I stood up. I said, why you hit me? She said, oh, Lord, that ain't even my son. My mama was still laughing. It's okay. He probably needed one. And that's the first time I looked. I said, yo, you let this lady slap me? You let this lady slap me, and you said I probably needed one. We know we grew up, my mama beat me. We brag about what we done been beat with. Am I lying? Am I lying? We brag about what we done been beat with. Man, I got beat with a clothesline. I got beat with a drop cord. I got beat with a Hot Wheels racetrack. We brag about what we got beat with. Who curses at children? Men don't do this. Do you know why men don't just curse at children? Because men don't have the pressure. So we understand women. I'm saying women have been given a pass because they have a lot of pressure on them. But it's not right. It's not right. And everybody's saying I'm personalizing it. No, my mama's dead and gone. I can't do no healing. But I know I have a daughter that if I hear you curse at her, my sisters better not curse at my daughter. I've never cursed at my sister's children. When we were growing up, our aunts would curse at us, our grandma, our great grandma. Why won't nobody saying, hey, stop cursing at them babies? Now, when my uncles or something come around, when they did say, stop cussing at that boy like that. Who do you think? It's like the men have to really stand up for. The men are having to really stand up for the children. And when as a man, you try to come in and stand up for a child, man, you gonna get in trouble. I never curse at my, I talk to kids, hey little lady, hey little man, come on big boy. Come on now little man. You know you can't be out here playing with that water hose, you gonna get your butt whooped. You know your mama will get you, little man. Now put that down. Who does that to children? Men don't curse at children like that. We don't. Men don't curse at children like that. Men don't just beat children. They don't. Now we understand you're doing it out of frustration, but it leads to a lot of issues as adults. And this, I'll give you a perfect example. Who is the hardest person for you to have a real conversation with on this earth? Well, they'll have a real conversation with you. Not just let you say what you want to say or then give their excuse, but who is the hardest person to talk to without feeling like you're going to be judged? Who is the hardest person? Who is the hardest person on this earth to talk to? Now watch this. Let me show you how this matriculates. Everybody know if it's hard to talk to your mama, how can I talk to a woman about my most personable, vulnerable feelings? That's why it's always going to be your mom and your wife. It's always going to be your mom, but the reason you can't talk to your wife, because you can't talk to your mama. Now, we're living in the world where I think most people in any traumatic situation or in any situation would say, can you get my mama? We sitting here going through teenage pregnancies. We going through trauma. We going through so many things. And as a child, even if you can't talk to your mama as an adult, you know you couldn't talk to her as a child. Children supposed to be seen and not heard. So we've been walking around holding this stuff in, and they wonder why we fighting so much as children. You can't talk to your mom. Your mom let other women in your family curse you out. You didn't know what lying was. You learned lying, cursing, yelling, being mean, not apologizing, hurting people with words. You learned that from Big Mama. You saw Big Mama do it to her daughters. You learned that from Big Mama. And what was Granddaddy doing? Sitting back, chilling. Letting Big Mama be toxic. Because he knew in his old age, I can't go upside that head no more. She was 16 when I met her. I was 30. I'm 15 years older than her. Now she in here 40. I'm 55 and working on the farm, plantation, working in concrete my whole life. My back bent over. I got high cholesterol. All the man wanted to do is say, look, we got life insurance. I done ran the field. I got 2-3 kids on the side. Please just take care of me in my old age. Because I don't want to start eating Hot Pockets. I ain't never ate Pizza Hut. That man ain't never ate nothing but real food. That man needs that food. That's the thing that he needs. So he sit back and he let grandma cuss at everybody. He let grandma cuss at everybody. He let grandma run the house with reckless abandon. Why? Because he don't want to go through that. Every now and then you seen your granddaddy say, hey, man, shit on that shit now. When granddaddy raised his voice like that, the fucking dogs stop barking for 2-3 days. The cats don't meow. The fucking roosters don't crow. Oh, hell, Alec mad, goddamn it. The goddamn roosters don't crow once granddaddy raised his voice. He'll shoot his own kids, his wife, anybody, once he get that at that age. So we sit back. I'm going to put it up on YouTube, fam. And like I said, my man paid me to do this message. But if y'all think it's worth sharing, y'all can send a cash app to the master teacher right there. I'm going to put it up on YouTube. You know, a lot of times Facebook block me for saying stuff like this because I'm saying real stuff that we need to address. We living in a world today where our daughters don't get along with their mothers. We ain't passing down how to bake, how to sew, how to cook, nothing. They can't get along. They can't get along. I know so many young black boys, they don't want black women. They don't want black women. I remember my mom used to be totally wrong situations, and I just see her not going to bend. Not going to bend. Not going to bend. Not going to bend. It's situations where you know that somebody gonna get hit. You know when you're gonna get hit. There were times you said, I wish I could just tell my mama what happened. You're gonna get hit. There may have been a teacher that targeted you, didn't like you because you was light skinned. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit. If somebody beating you up in the neighborhood, bullying you, you're going to get told, take your ass back outside and fight. You know this. You might get slapped for telling. There was nothing that seemed like we could just say, hey, can I have a hug? And I'm not talking about just me. I'm talking about in general. There are so many people whose mother never told them, hugged them and said, I love you. Because their mom never did it to them. Say me. If you're one of them ones whose mom never just hugged you and said, I love you, say me. You'll be amazed. There's 78 people on here. You'll be amazed at how many people say me. Let's look at the numbers. And then we'll see that this is not me making this up. It's hard for us to love our children. We're unplanned, unwanted children. Look at all these me's, man. I'm not making this up. And if it's you, it's very unlikely that you do it to your children, or you say it out of, the love and the nurturing is not there. Look at all these me's up here. Look at all these me's up here. I think why do y'all think as men we so early we want to feel a woman's touch? Why do y'all think as women, a lot of us didn't have fathers in the house, so the girl, the first time she feel love or hug or touch, it's from a boy fingering on the bus, kissing on her neck. Touch, love, and intimacy creates endorphins and things in your brain that make you actually feel good. We're not talking about sex. We're talking about a mother's hug, a mother's kiss, a mother's love. I'm not making this up. It's something that's not addressed. The hardest person for a woman to get along with is her mother. It's almost like there's I'm mad that I had you, but you're a younger me, and you're younger and prettier than me, your hair longer than me, and I don't like it. And I'm wishing you don't be better than me. It's like I literally see, do you not want your daughter to be better than you? Do you not want your daughter to be better than you? And you can tell. Because they don't tell you the things they need to tell you. Girl, I burnt my hair out with a perm. Girl, you gonna burn your hair out, you gonna pull your hair out. They just let them do it. Hey, they take them to do it. Because they're ashamed of their own child's hair. Or they too lazy to do their own child's hair. We just talking real. And we trying to understand why a lot of brothers don't go get their kids or be more present. A lot of brothers don't want to be present because they don't want to deal with that. It's like, how does a man sit back and watch somebody cuss and yell at his kids? How do we sit back and watch the women in our family curse at the babies? And the thing that I love about my family, we have kind of nipped that in the bud. You know what I mean? Because we have a generation, my mother's generation, my generation, we got a lot of us went to college and just got sense. We got a lot of us that just got sense. You know, when I was young, you know, an uncle or auntie might give you a drink of liquor or a mixed drink or give you a beer or something. You know, we don't do that no more. We don't do that no more. We just got a little sense. And ain't nothing wrong with them. They was just doing what got done to them. We got a little sense now. If I get ready to smoke a joint, I go around the back. I don't let my sisters and children in them see that. I don't let them see me drinking like that. I would never give a child a drink. I took one drink with my son. He's 22 years old. I would never let a child drink. You know, I would never curse at a child. But we hey, little motherfucker, get your ass over here. And it's celebrated. We actually see it shared on TikTok and online. And we see the little babies cussing who don't know their ABCs yet. And we wonder why when our children come to school, they created mental illnesses for children. He don't know how to maintain. He don't know how to control his emotions. She don't know how to control her emotions. They fight and curse at the teacher, yet they don't know how. So obviously they have something. Let's medicate these children. Let's medicate these children because these children don't know how to behave. This child is throwing something. This child don't know how to communicate. And that's what happens with us as adults. In the most precious bonds, the most precious bond is between a mother and her child. The most precious bond other than a mother and a child is two people that made a baby together. The most precious bond on this earth is between a mother and a child. And the second most precious bond on this earth should be between the man and the woman who made that child. Whether y'all go together or not, whether y'all in love or not, a man and a woman that made a child should have a bond because you've actually bonded. Because matter, when it creates new life. That's alchemy. You guys have actually bonded. But the reason the mama can't communicate with the daddy and the reason the daddy can't communicate with the mama because don't nobody know nothing about how to be gentle, tender, and communicate. Don't nobody know how to say, hey, look. Ain't nobody never saw somebody say, hey, look, okay. So the boy, he don't know how to do nothing but be an alpha fake tough. If he can't pull his gun on his baby mama, he don't know how to talk to her. And if she's manipulative, he don't know how to communicate. He ain't never had no man that sit down. He ain't have a granddaddy. Times and chains. So we have situations where I talk to men and I counsel men how to talk to their baby mama. Hey, man, I'm going to pick her up, man. I just called. I'm going to pick her up, man. I'm going to pick my son up, man. She told me I can't see it. It's going over her mama house. I said, what you do? Man, I just told her, hold on. I just hung up and called you. I said, well, do this. Call her back and say, hey, look, I had some stuff for him. I really wanted to pick him up. But since I can't pick him up, can I meet you and give you a few dollars for him and drop this stuff off to him? Hold on. Keisha, I had just told Jashawn that he couldn't pick up the child on his weekend, and he said he still want to drop off some stuff. Girl, maybe he growing up. Girl, maybe. I was hoping he was going to go off so I can take him downtown for more child support or keep the baby from. Damn. Okay, well, you can come get her. Sheila Green, can I bring you in? That'll be a perfect segue. Sheila Green says, my baby daddy told me about you. I have watched for years, and you changed how I look at the relationship with my kids' dad. Thank you. I would love for you to come in and comment on that if you don't mind, sister. Like I said, we have to have these conversations of coping, not healing. You can't. How you doing, sister?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Javon?
Talk to me. How long you been watching?
Oh man, I'm gonna say at least about 3 years.
So you saying your baby daddy turned you on to me after y'all were broke up or while y'all were still together?
No, after we were broke up, and we'll talk about what you talk about all the time, and it changed how. I think it changed how he looked at me and his other kids, moms, and how I look at my kids' dad. I want peace, and you got to create that. So, and I never get in the way of them being their dads. If you want to come get them, you can come get them. That give me a break.
Yeah, because he's the best babysitter you can buy.
Right.
And you ain't even got to pay for it. So, sisters, check this out. I want to ask you a few questions because I want to understand how I help people. I know what I'm doing, but I just want to ask you a few questions. Like, before y'all started watching me, how was y'all relationship with each other?
It could be kind of toxic at times, and I was young and pure hair raiser with that fire in me.
But so
always right.
Let's get to the bottom of it. Did you have animosity towards him for anything?
Yeah, I think I did because it didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out.
How many kids y'all got together?
We only got one.
One.
Yeah, but I have other kids.
So when it didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out together, you just was mad at him.
Yeah, I was mad.
And guess what? This is the thing that a lot of women don't acknowledge. Anybody you mad at, you don't want to make them happy.
Not at all.
You mad at him, and he come to see his son or daughter.
The daughter.
Hey, sweetheart. Hey, daddy's little girl. And the little girl want to see him. You mad that the little girl want to see him.
Right.
And all he got to do is show up. He ain't got to have nothing, really.
Yeah, because they don't know anything about money. It's time.
Yeah.
And time is more valuable than money once you have, opened your eyes and realized time is valuable, not money.
So you was mad to see him happy with her.
No, I don't think I was mad to see him happy with her because I love to see them together. I know that she's a daddy's girl. Whatever she needs, he's going to be there. I was just mad that it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And, once he started telling me about you, when I started watching you, and it was just like, I don't want to get in the way of that because a girl or a kid going to always need their dad.
So look, this is what I want to do. I'm not trying to lead you in anything, but like you said, you wasn't mad to see him with her. So I'm trying to show the people and show you something as we go. The toxic behavior that you acted toward him.
Yeah.
You said you would do it because it didn't go your way, right?
Yeah.
But the day that it didn't go your way, it just wasn't your way.
Right.
Why would you continue to act toxic, and you know why?
Say that again.
If you know you act toxic or were acting toxic and being mean because it didn't go your way.
Yeah.
Now, once you know that, why did you continue to do those toxic things to him?
Well, I got older and I started to realize, this is not the type of atmosphere I want to create with my daughter and her dad. I want her to feel like she can go with him and have a good time and do whatever that he's gonna do with her, and I know he's not gonna hurt her. I know she's gonna be safe, and she's gonna have a good time.
So how long have y'all been effectively co-parenting?
My daughter is 11. I'm gonna say we've been doing pretty good about the last 6 years. Like 6 years. Once I realized, that's not what you want it to be, Sheila. It doesn't have. You gotta step aside and let him.
So let me ask you something. How do you feel? Because this is what bugs me out. How do you feel when your baby daddy tell you, go watch this guy, this stranger on Facebook?
I didn't feel no type of way. Like, he would talk about the things that he would tell me. Javon said this, and Javon said that. So one day he came over and he pulled you up, and I was listening to you. And just like anything, you don't agree with everything, but the part that hits home, I take from that and I run with it. So I'm like, yeah, I could put that in place to have a better relationship with my kid's dad.
And look, let me ask you this. Just having that better relationship with him, don't that make you a nicer person to the kids?
Yeah, what I'm angry for. He'll come over and he'll sit and we'll talk and we laugh. I have other children too. And I don't think it's not weird. Sometimes I had to tell my another one of my kids that you don't understand this because you don't have a relationship with your kid's mom. This is not abnormal that he picks up the phone and calls me and we talk about whatever. It's not a sexual nature. At the end of the day, we are friends. We've always been friends, but we're really friends now. We're friends and we share a daughter that we both love.
Have you ever been guilty of cursing at your kids in the past?
Oh, yeah. I remember he would tell me, my son's 18 now. My son was little, because we had been talking for a long time. He would be like, she'll stop cussing at that boy. He gonna be a man. Stop cussing at him all the time. And when I started watching you, I started understanding that, he's gonna be his own person. I don't need to curse at him and mistreat him. We can talk. Yeah.
Sister, I really appreciate you because this right here is better than the Cash App because it really just says, of all the stuff I say and going to jail, I know that I'm doing the right thing. I'm trying to make this the thing, and I'm not knocking nobody else's platform or what they do, but I just don't care if a single woman get a boyfriend.
Right.
I just don't care about that. I want a single woman to be able to communicate with her baby daddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I want. That means so much more than her getting a high value man or how to get a man. It's like no one wants to know, how do I communicate with my baby father or be a better mother? It's always, how do I get a man? My grandma used to say, once you have babies, you don't need no damn man, especially if you got a girl child.
Right. And I was talking to my sister about this as far as relationships. I told her, I said, it's sickening to me when I think about how kids are so obsessed with linking up. That's my boyfriend. That's my girlfriend. You got the rest of your life to chase pussy and dick, Like, you need to get yourself together and make sure you're well enough established and you're right here that when you decide that you want to go get you a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a fiance, or whatever, that it'll be a healthy relationship.
And sister, I'm going to bring this other sister in. I appreciate you coming in, sister. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And the reason these kids want these relationships so fast and so early is because these kids haven't experienced love. So a lot of times it creates toxic youth relationships because the boy who lives with his mama becomes obsessed with the little girl's mama because always the well-to-do girl.
Can you hear me? Your phone is broken.
Let me finish this real quick. It's almost like the girl's mama house becomes a place of safety and they got food and da-da-da-da-da. So it creates these relationships early, and where these 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds, they really feel tied together in love because they did not get at home. Speak on the subject, sister. You said you wanted to come in, so you must have something you want to talk about.
You can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I want to just talk about, what you were saying with the mothers. It's absolutely true. I don't know if you read in the comments, but I'm 35 and I was adopted when I was 3 months old. My biological mom, she had two kids before me. She had me at 14. Um, I got adopted at 3 months old. And my adopted parents, they were married when they adopted me. They were both 25. My adopted mother, she treated me so bad. Don't get me wrong, like I stayed in private school. I had a good life. But she showed her love through financial money. However, the way she talked to me, it was horrible. Like she made me feel so low to where I would rather, and it may sound crazy what I'm about to say, she talked to me so low that I would have rather have a man beat on me than to have the verbal abuse that my adopted mother put me through. That's how bad it was. Um, I finally broke that cycle. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she's my best friend. She talks to me about any and everything. Like that's my girl. I'm so glad I broke that cycle. The reason why I broke that cycle is because again, my adopted mother made me feel so low to where it's like I could never picture myself having a child, daughter or son, and just degrade them the way I was degraded coming up. Um, Sluts, whores, never gonna be shit. Um, I should have left you at Volunteers of America. I should have never adopted you. You're gonna turn out just like your biological mother. You're gonna be, 16, 17 years old with, a bunch of children.
So
And
could she have kids of her own? Did she have kids of her own?
no, she couldn't have any kids.
Well, there it
So
goes.
that's
She
why she
adopted
adopted
you.
me.
She adopted you for her husband.
Huh?
She adopted you for her husband.
Yeah.
She couldn't give her husband no kids, so she adopted you for him. And every time she look at your ass, and you a little girl in the house that ain't his biological daughter that he could look at. So
Yeah.
that's why you got
It was
called
so
whores and all
bad
that
to
shit.
where I used to run away from home, and she would say, "Oh, you're running away from home because you're going to get some dick," and she's not understanding. I'm running away from home because I don't want to be here with you. Like I remember my dad coming home from work, and it was so bad with him too. Like my dad would sit when he get off of work, he would sit in front of the house for like an hour just to gather his thoughts because he know once he put that key in that hole, it's a wrap. It was like she was always angry. She always had an attitude. She was always stressed out. She took her frustrations out on everybody. And it's sad because it's like, damn, I don't have a relationship with my biological mother. I know her now because I met her at 20. She's so mentally fucked up. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I was adopted. But, I don't have a relationship with her. I don't have a relationship with my adopted mother, which hurted me so bad. So that caused me to look for love in other places, if you get what I'm saying.
I know
Um,
exactly what you mean.
my adopted mother just recently passed away the end of September.
Did she leave some
And
money?
huh?
She leave some money?
No, I don't.
Oh, I was about to say, if she left you some money, then maybe.
No, she always said that I wasn't getting no inheritance because I got my inheritance on earth. So I mean, whatever. But I said that to say that when she passed, of course I was sad because that's the only mother I knew. But however, it just feels like a weight has just been lifted off of my shoulders. My dad has since moved on, and he has a lady friend, and my mom and dad has been together for 40 years. And I've never seen my dad so happy within the last couple of months with somebody that he just met
Yeah.
than a motherfucker that he been with for 40 years. Like it's crazy.
Hey, daddy outlived and got that check. I appreciate you coming in, sister. I appreciate you 1,000 times over.
Thank you.
Family. My wife is about to have to go handle some business, so I'm about to be on daddy duty. I just can't imagine cursing at little girls. I just grew up like the way, what's up, little man? What's up, little man? Give me 5, little man. Hey, little lady. Hey, little lady. I teach children. I'm a teacher. You know how little girls see a grown man they think cute and they want to come play with them and they try to jump up in your lap. I say, hey, little lady, you don't sit on nobody's lap but your daddy. And I have mothers say, don't tell her that. I say, hey, I'm trying to tell her that because if I was the perverted guy who wanted to sit on my lap, that's who they looking for, the little girl that does that. So it's just so funny. I've seen women say stuff to daughters like, you're going to be a whore, you're going to do this. And they really should say, hey, look, I need to talk to you because you're getting to the age where you like me at my age. When I was your age, I had titties and butt, and you walk around here with titties and butt like me. Them boys out here, they going to be looking for you and da-da-da. But no, women have said, you little funky ass prancing around here, your ass going to fuck around and get pregnant, and I ain't going to be taking care of no more goddamn babies. It's like, whoa, goddamn. Just teach the little girl about your mistakes. Family, I got to get out of here. This is for my man. Yeah, I got pissed when I saw Kanye's daughter sitting on the man's lap. Yeah, I tell you, man, that's some crazy shit, especially the type of jokes that man be saying. Y'all see that Cash App? Like I said, my man paid me to do this message. Y'all see the Cash App right here. If y'all want to see more messages like this, y'all shoot me some. We love y'all. Peace out. I'm going to put this on YouTube.